We've been talking about Shivambu for internal use. We have talked a little bit about age urine and some of its consequences, especially if it's of a higher concentration. There was some discussion as to what age would be acceptable to drink. At this stage, I would not recommend any age urine for ingestion, and I'll give you my reasons.
You can drink aged urine. You have to only be drink a little less actually to have achieved a greater, more powerful effect. But often I have for cancer and for diabetes, for arthritis and various immune deficiency conditions and things, I certainly have people let their urine go more stale and even over quite some time be consuming that, and then they might only need to take a teaspoon toward the end of it, and they're having a way more powerful effect than you would necessarily a fresh urine. You just become more of a connoisseur, and just like any food, what's aged has qualities which is what's new doesn't have. It has more of a calming quality.
We know urine is sterile when it's out of the body. When we drink sterile urine, it is at least a good quality product. If we were to store it, there are people who you might find grow a bit of mold or fungus. Now, if like that, anything was to happen over a 2, 3, 4 day, 5 day period as part of the storage, and it is at a sub-level that you can't really visualize it by the naked eye, we are likely to ingest it and create bigger problems for the body, and just for that reason, I would not go anywhere near it. It's just safe to drink fresh urine. Aged urine used for external.
The aging of something breaks things down more. It crystallises what needs to be crystallised. It clears away whatever is more not so useful. And you have more aged calming factors, more pungence and more bitter and a little more sour element. And you've got element that was in your isopathic element, which is similar substance which what we'd have in our body, and you have these substances more broken down as in the process of the fermentation. So it's just like, you know, someone asking, gee, if you have a nut cheese, a cheese made out of nut, and it's fermented and broken down over the course of a year, is that going to be tastier and better for you than a cheese that's fresh? Absolutely.
So I've looked at aging urine, fresh urine, aged urine for a week, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. And each of those older aged urine seems to have a lot more potential strength in benefit for skin conditions. Recently in Australia, we were looking at a very severe skin condition. And even though we asked the person to collect their urine and boil it and get it concentrated, we found the 6-month-old urine was a lot better off and gave close to instantaneous results. When I say instantaneous, I'm talking about within the week you could see changes. And the patient was quite surprised. And when we compared it with boiled urine to try to shorten the period, it was surprising to see that it was not as efficient as the aged urine. Eventually we started boiling it to a higher concentration, and then it got too strong. So there must be something a bit more different in the aged urine compared to the boiled urine. But again, we need to look at that in terms of a scientific study across many cases.
What's inside your body can be put back there, right? But what was not inside your body, that's got to go through your mouth. Absolutely. There is no thing which was not from inside your body that could just bypass your mouth. You see, when you bring things in more through the mouth, what have you got in your mouth? You've got hormones and things secreted which the vast majority of people might not have even thought about. Have you heard of parotid hormone? Parotid hormone complexes everything, and that's part of the reason why urine therapy is so powerful, because you've got element that actually is from your body there already in the urine. When you consume anything, it is going to be surrounded more by parotid hormone if you use your mouth. That's why dry capsulated stuff is just useless, and why urine therapy is so way more powerful. You've got herbs being sold encapsulated gelatin and cellulose caps and things, and that's not really going to go anywhere. Why? Because you've bypassed the mouth. Your saliva has parotid hormone in it, and that hormone has to surround and complex whatever you've eaten, and that makes it more fit into your body. Otherwise, it's going to be complexed, quick, smart in your body, and it's going to be held by your liver. It's not really going to, your liver's not going to really pass it on. But anyway, why would you not care to use the drinking process to do this? Because it has such a marked effect on teeth and your teeth health, your throat health and things. And if you're a singer, you use your voice, all of a sudden you'll notice that there's hardly any substance more powerful to give you good timbre in your voice and to make sure you have got good upper respiratory health.